What's going on out there, YouTube family? As you can see here, we are about to dissect and talk over this coming out this Friday, April the 29th, Yasuke. This is based on the actual person that was the Black Samurai Yasuke. And we're gonna kind of break it down, but I have here Ty. What's going on, Ty?
Hey, yo, what's good? Holla at your boy.
Hey, you guys. Ty, honestly, we watched this together. He has some of the best commentary over every single episode of this. I can't wait. I don't know how I'm going to get you guys to hear it or see it, but I'm going to find a way because you got to hear it. Thanks for coming, Ty. And then I also have here Eris, one of the three Black Geeks. What's going on, bro?
Konnichiwa, peoples.
So let's go ahead and kind of break this down. First off, gentlemen, what did you guys think about this? The Black Samurai. I mean, did you guys know anything about, the actual history of the Black Samurai, or what enticed you guys to be excited about this? Was it Afro Samurai? Was it the first trailer we saw, or what was it that got you guys kind of excited before watching it?
I'm gonna let the Black Geek go first.
Okay, all right. I was about to say. Okay, well, number one, I saw this coming because we had Afro Samurai first, and there has been, I would say an outcry of a lot of Black anime fans that have been wanting to see one of their own as a legit samurai, and of course, Afro Samurai to me always felt like a taste, like a prelude to the real thing. I knew about Yasuke, like the actual Black Samurai, and I said, it's only a matter of time before we're going to see an anime or an actual movie or even a mini series about this guy, and it was long overdue.
Yeah,
so
I completely agree.
So that's how I felt.
So first off, you can't outdo Black people. We always setting trends and taking chances. So shout out to that. But I'll be honest with you, up until JVS put me on this, I had no idea. I knew nothing of a Black samurai outside of when they try to do some of those other anime where they always like racially do, and I'm talking even before Afro Samurai where they would show a Black person, but they always got a big nose, big lips, they look puffy, and it's like, yo, that's racist. And then Afro Samurai came around, and I was like, okay, finally we got something we can work with. But I didn't even know that there was actual history of an actual Black samurai that above all periods or above all shogun, they were working with Nobunaga. I was like, that's just crazy. So I got to watch it and see the episode, and I was like, yo, this is actually and the thing is, the anime doesn't give me a Afro Samurai feel. It's close, but it reminds me a bit more of, if you've ever seen that anime Red Line, it kind of has that kind of style. I love the Red Line. It kind of gives me that kind of style. And that's the feeling it gives me. Everything feels like, for lack of a better word, like katana blade sharp in terms of the animation, sharp edges, and things like that. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So for me, the interesting thing is what enticed me was the actual creator, which is LaShawn Thomas. Ironically, I actually interviewed this man, not knowing really who he really was. But I mean, he's been a part of a lot of really big things in Black Dynamite, the Boondocks, Children of the Ether. And for this, I was kind of like, man, this is a huge undertaking. Because, I had seen certain like pictures, but I didn't really research, who this man really was, nor did I understand any kind of backdrop behind it. So I was kind of like, oh, well, they're going to kind of keep it close to form. Or is this going to be like really animated up? And pleasantly, like, they showed probably one of the more intriguing and interesting main characters I've seen in a very long time. And I felt like it wasn't disrespectful, but at the same exact time, it also played up like that anime feel to what this would be from an empowering standpoint. and I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. This was a 10 out of 10 for me. So I mean, we can stop it right now, and I could say this is a 10 out of 10 series. The animation
Well, thank
was
you
on
all
point.
for joining the podcast. Man.
I know, right? We done.
Shut it down. 10 out of 10.
Yep.
We're out of here. I'm out. I mean, look, bye. I'm gone. Look. I'm out.
Yo, shout outs to Yasuke for holding it down for Black samurais across the world. We out.
Right. Hey, yo, Afro.
I got something to say. No. But I mean, I wanted to talk about it because I wanted people to be excited about this. And I feel like people have seen the trailers, people have known like who's behind the music. And I felt like we could really kind of talk it up. I mean, do you guys disagree? What do you guys rate this? I mean, before we even get any further than this.
I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. This was really good.
Yeah, I'm actually on the same page. I want to say I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I think I'm taking the half point. I'm trying to remember. There was one episode where I saw something and I was like, I didn't really make a lot of sense, but it wasn't that big of a deal in the overall grand scheme of things. But yeah, so I think it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me for sure.
Bet. All right, so let's kind of break this down. The art style, like the actual animation and attention to detail. How did you guys feel about like the fight sequences, the relentlessness of the gore, and at the same time, the beauty of the atmosphere? I was kind of curious as y'all take on what you were actually visually seeing. I mean, outside of the fact of seeing a whole black man being a whole pound, the whole entire show.
A whole entire LB. I'm gonna let you take that one, fam.
Fam, you say he was a whole pound. My man was a walking anvil. Okay, like just like the way that they stylized the fight scenes, all of it looked good. I mean, just like I don't even know how to describe it. Like this was that proper animation, and again, this is coming from the same guy who was behind the Black Dynamite series as well as other stuff. And this is just how you do it.
Yeah. Like
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, I'm a big, as much as I love animation and the fight scenes, I'm a big as a story writer myself. I'm always big on a story. The narrative has to really, consume me. It has to like hold on to me and grip me in. And I like that there's a balance of that. It's like just as you get enough story, here comes the action, and just as the action is done, the story picks back up again, and it's very fluent. So with the fight style, and the action, and even the blood and gore, it to me it felt like just enough to try to cross that line into realism, if you will. As if you could take this whole entire series and make it a real one, like really happen, kind of like 2021 Mortal Kombat kind of thing in terms of real kind of gore. But I like the fact that it wasn't overly done. Like it wasn't just a bloodbath to be a bloodbath. There was purpose to it. And then just when it's like, okay, we've done that part, let's move on to the next. Even like the example you have here, he's got the blood on the blade, he's got the cut on his arm, and the blood is there going down his arm. Like, it's not something where it's just like his whole arm just suddenly becomes a river of red to show like over blood and gore and all that stuff. I like that. I like how they did it. It was it was just enough. I won't say it was subtle, but it also wasn't overkill either.
Yeah, like some anime, like they just like, it's almost like they're fantasizing, the gratuitousness of the gore. And I mean, I think one of the things that keeps this balance is that our main character, he doesn't have superpowers. He doesn't have any magic. He's just a skilled pound. Like he the entire time, like he knew how to fight. He learned how to be a samurai, and he became a legend in his own right without any help from anybody else. And I think that when he gets hurt, he's hurt. When he, has to go and figure out how to maneuver around like maybe he's fighting like a mech or something like that. He has to figure out how he can be able to sustain himself and do it. And it's kind of like sometimes he takes some L's, like sometimes he gets hurt really bad. And at the same time, there's something inside of him that everybody is afraid of, regardless of what they can do. And I found that from a narrative standpoint, I thought that spoke more also to the volumes of the whole point of this. Like everybody looked at him like, oh, well, later on, they were like, okay, you just old boatman that don't really know anything. But then when he was aspiring to be, a proper samurai, people still looked down on him like he was supposed to be subservient to everybody else around. And I think that because they focused in on who he actually is and kept him sustainable, it means so much more when he goes up against these insane odds. And I think that was one of the things that inspired me to, want to even do a big review on this, because normally I don't take this much time in detail because this anime's got everything. I mean, as you can see here, these are mechs. Yes, this is actually in this show.
So that's what it was. So I'm glad you brought those images up because that was my 0.5. Like seeing the whole mech of the teddy bear head dude and Afro Samurai, I was good with that. That for some reason I was surprisingly good with that. I was like, okay, I could see where they're trying to do this stuff, but for some reason this felt so real to period for me. Like this, up until the mechs start showing up, I'm like, this is very Ghost of Tsushima type anime. Like it all seems true to form. And then these cats jump out of nowhere, and I'm like, when was Yasuke fighting Transformers out here? Like, we got feudal Japan GoBots out here, fam. Like, what's going on? This is my 0.5. Like, and here's the thing: even how he was handling them was awesome. I'm not taking that away at all. But it was like you led me down this road of feudal Japan, of Nobunaga period, and I'm feeling it because it just feels so true to form. And then you hit me with you literally hit me with the anime piece. Now you put the Gundams in here. Now it's like not every anime needs to have Mobile Fighter G Gundam or Gundam Waltz going on in here, man. Just let it be people and let them handle it. I know. Listen, as I say that, I feel the same way because I'm like, it did kind of work here. But when you, like I said, I'm big on narrative, big on story, and when you lead me down a path and then hit me with hit me with this dude, who looks like a feudal Japan Dr. Robotnik right here, like call Sonic for this dude. I was like, I don't know if this gonna work. So, but it was fine. It was still a good show. It doesn't take away from its high rank with me, but that was my 0.5.
Yeah, and I
was also that's where my 0.5 came in. Like as soon as I saw the mechs, I said, and it's an anime.
Right.
Yeah, so what I was just gonna say is that I agree with you guys, but the way that they balanced it is that once the mechs did come, people were just dying left and right. It wasn't like oh, they had a counter to this. Like, no, they were getting milli-whopped. Like it was fire and brimstone all over the place. Matter of fact, even this dude gives your boy Yasuke like a whole hurting. And because like something happens where he starts malfunctioning, that was the only preservation of life. But I mean, what I can even say though, even about this guy, as well as all the other different characters, they found a way in 6 episodes to give everybody a moment. This whole entire show, I hated this character right here. And then they had him have this like emotive human moment. And I was like, good on you, Deshaun. You did that, because I could care less about him. I was like, I want him to go, but they were like, all right, I'm going to show you what this character is for, what this character's purpose is. And I felt like every character that Yasuke interacted with and he was connected with had a purpose. Not only were they stylized specifically against or for him, but I felt like they meant something. And I really appreciated that from a character standpoint. But what did you guys think about the different characters as well as their designs? Because, I mean, every character has a different strength and weakness and maybe a power set. but they were all specifically drawn for specific reasons and made into specific ways, based on history or based on their function. And I was curious your perspective.
This was Afro Samurai fighting Megatron, dog.
It was.
I'm gonna let you go ahead, fam. But that's all I had to say about that piece. That's Afro Samurai fighting Megatron. But go ahead.
Like with all as soon as I saw the mechs, I was like, okay, like we got mechs and like we got a brother taking on mechs. So come on, he's black. We got like he gonna win. And I felt like. I don't know. Like I felt like when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is on some Afro Samurai stuff, and you can definitely see the inspiration. But I felt like this was like, God, what's the name of that thing? It's like in Metal Gear where Snake has to fight against whether it's all the Foxhound members or the Cobra unit. You're always like he's always going to go up against a bunch of guys that are all unique in some way.
Yeah.
And then it ends with a robot. It always ends with a robot.
Yes, it's always
fighting
it always ends with a robot.
Right. It always ends with Megatron in some way, shape, or form.
Just straight up Megatron.
Yeah. Like, so I agree. My thought is, and this is like I said, where my 0.5 comes in. Even though, shout out to LaShawn for what he did, but even with showing what the purpose of the mech is, you could have taken the mechs out and just replaced them with human beings. Like I would have even taken, fighting folks in the West that have, advanced technologies where they're not using, swords or arrows. They're using guns, some early form of gun that you still got to put a pellet in it and push it down and put some gunpowder, and like I would rather that, because you would still get the same effect in my opinion, even though Optimus Prime and Megatron is out there going full Dynasty Warriors on cats, just laying folks out in multiple legions and stuff, but
in waves,
like it's like, yeah, we just gonna sit here and just let these bullets fly while we decimate this wave of human beings right here. Like, and that was the other thing too. The only thing I'll even give credit for is the fact that the saving grace was that robot malfunction that Yasuke was fighting. Like, that's the only way I would see him winning that at all. Especially when, like, fam, you brought a sword to a RPG fight, dog. Like, I don't know if that's
survived.
And survived. Like, fam, you Yasuke. I don't know if you Rurouni Kenshin out here, because even Rurouni Kenshin had some hard moments. But that was against people. You fighting robots, dog. You out here doing some Akira level type mess. So that was my thing.
What I was gonna say is that even with that, I mean, the other part of this is magic is involved, right? Like there's legit like elemental like magic. There's a big prevalent part of this. That one of the things I loved, honestly, and harping on to what you guys are talking about, is every moment there's a flashback, it is just that classic style of fighting. There's not, it's later on when he's an old man that he's dealing with all these supernatural and otherworldly kind of situations. But when we see the flashbacks, it's just him being a samurai and being able to defend himself in whatever means necessary. But I think the thing about it that is a good counterbalance to it is that they found a way of still making it, what's the word? So y'all remember The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, right? Yeah. Kind of like what Ty is talking about, how at the end of that film, like they just got taken out, because of the guns. I think that's what LaShawn was trying to go for. And it could have been easier to have like it be a epic kind of gunplay, but I think that the moment that he added in magic, guns wouldn't matter in that situation. And so I think it's kind of like, all right, bet. All right, you got magic. We got to have some kind of robots or something. So I think that's what they were kind of going for. But
like, I guess we're, because I see where you're coming from, Sam. It's kind of like y'all seen Jet Li's movie Hero, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And you remember at the end of it, all them arrows came flying at him, and all you saw was that imprint, meaning he got out of that.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Actually, I thought it was that they did the imprint because he caught all those arrows,
Right.
and whatever was left just formed the outline around him because all the other ones caught it.
Man.
That's why I thought he died.
Oh, you thought they got in his body and they just like picked up.
Yeah, because if you see the outline when the wave of arrows comes down on him, it's kind of like it's like you ever seen those little toys where you can push your hand on those little rods and it'll make the outline once you push through. So like if you it's like a little toy that you can put like push your finger or something through and it'll push those rods out. So that's what I was kind of feeling like that was the outline, like wherever an arrow didn't hit that wall, hit him.
I see what you're talking about. But then it's also that Chris Nolan ambiguous ending. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Yeah, that spinning top BS.
Right.
Always.
Like you know what? That's actually the other anime I was thinking. I know I said Metal Gear. I really meant Ninja Scroll.
Ah, yes.
You got the main character going up against impossible odds, taking on literal demons. It's like just imagine Ninja Scroll with a mech.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
Right. So if you watch this through, as soon as it drops down, they show the outline, and it's like, yo, when I saw that, I was like, yo, he's gone. He's dead. All them arrows that didn't make that wall hit him.
Somebody put a funny meme. I'm gonna post it up.
Exactly. Right. That's what I thought. I was like, yo, he took an arrow through the whole everywhere. Everywhere there was that's him. They could have literally put him on that wall, did the same thing, and just pulled him off. It was the same thing, bro. Like all them arrows they shot to kill one dude, that was serious overkill.
Nah, he was catching them just like this brother right here. He was good,
bro. My man,
he won't even worry about
it. First of all, shout outs to my man here with that Winter Soldier arm forming them arrows.
Fan. And you know what? And the funny thing is, go back and watch go back and watch Captain America: The Winter Soldier all the way up with anything with Bucky with something getting thrown at him. He catches it every single time. Even in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when John Walker Cap threw it on the top of the truck and it bounced back, he caught it. When old girl threw the knife at him or whatever, he caught it. He catches everything. This dude be catching everything, and it looks just like this, and it's the same arm anyway.
Oh, that's right, because that was the first time that we got introduced to the Winter Soldier. He caught Cap's shield.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's not the same arm. It's the opposite arm. His it
is the opposite. But
it's
still,
the opposite arm. His left arm is the bionic arm. But yeah, like
but the feeling is still there. The only thing that man don't be catching is L's.
Right, exactly. Right. He be taking everything but an L, boy. I tell you.
Yeah, but I think that you're right that LaShawn definitely took some luxuries from a lot of different like classic anime and animations, because I was like looking at this character, I was like, Mumra, is that you? But
wow,
it was interesting to me because even with this character who kind of is the overlier behind what Yasuke has really been kind of going through, is also a catalyst as well. I appreciated kind of that classic kind of venting of a character, but I was curious, what did y'all think about the other characters though? So there was a lot of different characters. Yeah.
So for me, of course, Yasuke was a good one too. I'm trying to remember, what was the name of that cat you just showed?
Oh, you're talking about the crazy
yeah, the name leaves me though.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So,
I don't remember her name.
So I'm just gonna call him Ancient Spirits of Evil. So Ancient Spirits of Evil, right here. He was, that was pretty. He was pretty tough as well. He does give that Mumra vibe. But this character right here, there was a lot of depth.
Yeah, it was a lot of layers.
There was a lot of depth with her. And it was, to me, it felt like a combination of being a woman, being a samurai, or trying to fit in that world and maintain, honor. I really liked, outside of Yasuke, I liked her character. And her name leaves me too. I'm drawing a blank. Good God. But yeah, those were my kind of two faves, and third place, of course, going to Ancient Spirits of Evil.
Ancient Spirits of Evil. I love that name. I'm with you I'm with you between between Yasuke and Homegirl here. There was one character that was probably by far the most interesting character to me, and that was the young girl with the powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good call.
She was OP.
Super OP.
Like, what she was able to do, I was kind of like, I don't know, bro. And this is the weird thing. When we first saw the first trailer of this, I was like, who is this little girl, this black man's
that little girl is the heavenly sword.
Basically.
That little girl, that little girl was the walking, she's a literal, what's that? What was that phrase? It's too dangerous to go out alone. Take this weapon with you. If that was a person, it's her.
Right. She was the Fifth Element, fam. supreme being. Multipass. It was her, she was it.
She was without going too far into it, I will say she was the literal get out of jail free card. You got to watch the series to catch what I mean.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I completely
she was that by the way, take this $200 because you're passing go. You're going to pass go. Just take the money now.
Just take the money. Never mind the L.
Yeah, don't worry about Boardwalk, Park Place, Marvin Gardens. We got that. Just take the 200 and walk past go. You're straight. I got this.
Oh my God.
Never mind the cop. We took him out.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. But no, yeah, I do agree. I think that she was a very interesting character because when first time we see her, she kind of is like really frail and like I was like, man, how is this man gonna take care of this sickly girl? And man, boy, they completely give her a whole arc. And I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. This feels like this is season 1 to me. Do y'all feel like there's a lot more story to tell?
I feel like they could, without it going into One Piece or any other, being completely shonen about it, where
please don't let them do that.
As long as they don't go the shonen route where there's like 900 plus episodes, like they don't need to do that. They can keep this on a Suichiro Watanabe level, 26 episodes max, done. You can tell a solid story with that. Shoot, you can even tell a solid story even with 13 episodes, keeping it a full stack.
Yeah. Shoot, honestly, you can do it. You can do it as most folks are doing now and do it with 10 episodes. Because Netflix is good for the 10 episode run of things. 9 to 10 episodes and you good. I mean, they went through the whole series of Voltron in parts of 5 or 6. And still were able to give you what I believe is probably one of the best versions of Voltron since the original. So I don't see them not being able to do that here. And in fact, I would love if it, if it gets if it becomes successful, I would love to see if they would do something crazy like a Yasuke Afro Samurai crossover. That would be fire. And even and even one better, do the Yasuke with this Afro Samurai crossover and have either a cameo or an after credit scene for the next season and bring in the man with the iron fist. I am good. Like I am all about black martial arts right now. Like,
let me tell
LaShawn, I hope you see this. We need Yasuke, we need Afro Samurai and an animated version of the man with the iron fist. And we good.
Let me tell you, Ty, something. You put a team like that together, that is by far team broken. No, nothing is stopping that team.
Not at all.
Fam, that's the rumbling right there.
And
like,
I mean, no, you know what? That is teamwork. Teamwork.
Yo, that's how you get payback for 400 years of slavery.
Yes. Yes. All you need is two. It just comes to the form of two samurais, and that is it.
Yep. Bring 2 samurais, a dude with iron fist, and let the ninja be there talking like, "Hey, yo, Afro."
You know what? There was one other character that without going into spoilers, who actually gets to see the light of day is the other brother.
Yeah,
that's
right.
All
about that. Hey, he was about his paper though.
He was about his paper.
Wow. Sorry, sorry about that, man. We didn't mean to Isaiah Bradley you, fam. You were a G as well. You were you were a full on capital letter G. Like,
let me give him some credit. There we go.
Yeah.
My man right there.
Fam. Whole entire LB, son.
He held it down. He held it down. Literally held it down.
He held it all the way down.
Technically, this chick right here, actually, she has some freaking amazing skills with weapons, and she had a mech too.
Yeah, she reminded me of what's her name from Naruto that handles all the weapons. Is it 10-10?
10-10.
10-10. Yeah, she gave me the 10-10 vibes.
Yeah,
you know.
But everybody, you know what? You know the funny thing is when that whole team looks at him and says, "Ayo, fam, hold me down." That's the guy. That guy right there was the dude you look to and you be like, "Ayo, fam, hold me down."
Right. Yo, I need it. Look, that dude definitely that dude and that chick definitely gave me what's that mech movie that with the kaiju? It's
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. They gave me Pacific Rim vibes. Like I was looking for them to start going out on folks with the Pacific Rim theme, with a little feudal Japan beat in the back. Like
yeah. And I mean, to be fair, y'all, just so y'all know, this is only 6 episodes, and we're talking around a lot, but there is a whole lot packed in these 6 episodes. Like, we couldn't even try to dissect every episode. I couldn't even try to dissect one, to be quite honest with you. It would take 30 minutes per episode to dissect how much stuff actually happens. And it's not over bloated. Like, they are very courteous of flashbacks. They're very courteous of the linear arc that's going on, as well as the character development. And I think that they do it in a very good way. So it's kind of like, if this could be 6 episodes and have this much, then just keep doing that. Like 6 episodes per season, ended on 3 seasons, and then call it a done, because I think that there's more story to tell. And one thing that we haven't talked about that I think is probably one of the more interesting things to talk about is the music and the sound. What do you guys think?
Flying Lotus being at the helm was perfect.
Listen, I can tell you right now, Flying Lotus is my G. Like, I've been listening to that cat for a while, and I am such a fan of his music production, such a fan of some of his musical albums. One of them, trying to remember the name of one of his albums. It's one of them that has it's this beat. It's just this crazy beat where it's like do 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 and the beat that drops on that, from that moment I was like, Flying Lotus stays in my rotation. It's I think it's called Tea Leaf Dancers. That if you haven't heard it, just listen to Tea Leaf Dancers and then listen to the rest of that EP. That's how I became a Flying Lotus fan. My man put me on and I haven't looked back since. I love this dude. This dude's musical. What happens in this dude's mind is just phenomenal, man. I can't even express how much that dude rocks it.
I will, I'll say for another, even though like the show isn't like, it's not like Samurai Champloo where it's hip hop and samurai action put together. It's not necessarily like that, but having Flying Lotus do like basically be in charge of the musical production of this anime, I just could not help but feel like somewhere like somewhere in the cosmos, June Saber is smiling. My man Nujabes is smiling down like someone's done the same thing.
So real quick, let me correct myself. So the EP is called Reset, and the track that I was referring to is called Massage Situation. Although Tea Leaf Dancers is really good. The whole it's not it actually it's kind of like Yasuke. It's 6 tracks. It's 6 tracks and they're all vicious. But Massage Situation is the one that I'm talking about. That one I can listen to that any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
The only thing that probably would have been missing from just from the musical side of this, if they were to get their hands on Shingo 2 and Substantial.
Oh yeah.
Give him a guest spot. I don't care. Just let him throw a bar or something in there.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I would actually like to see them bring Nujabes over from Samurai Champloo and have them do a track as well. That would be
for the next season.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been the dream, but he has sadly passed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, you know how it is. Look, if Diddy can mix a whole bunch of Biggie stuff post mortem, who's to say you can't take Nujabes stuff and
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. I don't know if he's even got any more unreleased music left.
Fam, how many tracks have we seen done off people sampling stuff? There's Stevie Wonder stuff is sampled God knows how many times over, and all they do is take out maybe a snare or a couple beats, and that's about it. And they just form a track around it.
I mean, look, that's true, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying
because when Nujabes, man, that was like a super shock to everybody in the anime world.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a huge loss. I definitely disagree. That was a huge loss.
Yeah, Black Gold,
baby. Yes.
Y'all listen to me. Woo! Opening track for this Black Gold. Y'all ain't never gonna forget it. Period. I'm just giving you a little bit of the instrumental, and this isn't even good quality right now. The track is fire. Honestly, I mean, for me, I personally feel like the sound effects, the voiceover cast were executed very well, but specifically the theme and the music that were executed, it wasn't like too overlap like what Ty and Eris were saying, but I think it was I'll never forget this anime, period. Like, I'll never forget it at this point. And I mean, for me, I was like blown away by pretty much everything about this. I want to play the track right now, and I shouldn't have did that. Should have did it. But
save it for the end, fam.
Shout out to Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, for the Oscar nomination for Judas and the Black Messiah, and then shout outs to him with this amazing work that he did as far as the character Yasuke. Shout out to Ming-Na Wen, that played the role of Fusako.
The goddess known as Ming-Na Wen.
Yes.
And a slew of others I don't want to kind of go through because weirdly enough, IMDb doesn't have a lot, but yeah, I thought the voice casts were good. Did you guys have any comments on the voice cast before we end it out?
I'll let Ty take a bat at that one.
I appreciate you. So the voice cast. So here's the thing. What I love about anime is when you can have voices in there and you don't know who they are until you actually, do the IMDb or whatever and check it out. So I was pleasantly surprised when I heard Lakeith's voice and Ming-Na Wen's voice, and I didn't realize who they were until I actually had to look them up. So I think the voice acting was incredible. Like I said, it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me, and it was the mechs that were really the 0.5. So everything else, if I had to break everything out, it's 10 out of 10 for me. The voice, the sound, the anime, the action, the storyline, the narrative, all that stuff for me was 10 out of 10. it was just the mechs. So I love the voice acting.
All right, final thoughts.
Same thing with me. Voice acting was really solid. Um, like just everything, the voices, the sounds that were used, the music, production, like everything. Like you managed to put everything together in in the span of 6 episodes. Like you did so much with so little episodes.
Yep.
And there's only one anime that did that, and be on the same level of greatness. And again, that's Afro Samurai. And what can I say? I only got 2 words for this, and I'm speaking on behalf of all anime, like black anime inspired works, black excellence, people, black excellence.
No argument here.
Same. I don't have anything else. You guys just go and check it out. It's on Netflix. It's coming out this Friday, April the 29th. Another thing that's coming out April 29th is also Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. I was able to see that recently. I can't talk too much about it, but it's definitely worth checking out. And I think it's something else coming, but you guys got any closing thoughts? Somebody play Black Gold. Y'all got any closing thoughts and you want to plug your channels or podcasts or anything?
3 Black Geeks at 3blackgeeks.com, and please watch Yasuke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, watch. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Tyniddy, TYNIDDY. And YouTube channel is coming, and watch Yasuke, the second Afro Samurai number 2.
Wait, technically, would he be the first or would he be the second? If this was in,
yeah, he probably. I mean, it's based off a real person, so he'd probably be the Afro Samurai. But since he don't have an Afro, I'm just gonna be like, yo, the second Afro Samurai.
I mean, well, hold on. He would be the first. Well, hold on. He wouldn't necessarily be the first Afro Samurai. He would be the first dreaded Black Samurai.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would be the dreadlock samurai. Them more fire. Probably chopping down dudes saying Selassie.
For all y'all that listen to this, I really wish y'all could have been on the stream with us, man. Ty was killing us, man.
I'm gonna try to find a way for you guys. I might have to do it like this, Aris. It just like cover up the actual visuals and just put our reactions up, just from the beginning until the end. Put it on Twitch, and nobody.
I'd watch it again because I barely remember any of it, but I remember having a good time with you guys watching it.
To be honest, Sam, you could just strip the audio. Just strip the audio from it and then just wait for everybody to watch it and be like, here, download this track, just download this audio track and play it the moment you start watching this, and this will be like the commentary. Make it a comment, turn it into a commentary track, bro. It'll be fire.
Matter of fact, I want a copy of it because I want to do exactly that. I want to do that when it comes out on April 29th.
Hold on. I don't think I can play it here. I was about to pull it up. Hold on. Can I pull it up? I don't think I can do it. Let me check real quick.
That would be epic right there.
Let me see. I don't think it's gonna let me. I think I sent it to you, right, Aaron?
Yeah, you sent it to me. That, I swear, that whole stream was OD.
Oh yeah, we were gone. We were far gone.
Because the thing is, we were trying to sit through all 6 episodes up until late into the night.
Right.
We needed some comedy.
Yep. And we got it. I actually want a copy of it. I don't think I got a copy of it.
Here we go. I think I found a way of being able to play it. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear that?
Nah.
One second. Let me do it like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So for those that are hearing this, my family's actually from the Caribbean, so we're from Barbados. So I know I threw my Bajan accent in there a few times and tried to pull a Jamaican accent as well for the laughs. Apparently I pulled it off with the laughs though. But
bro, you was killing it.
This man Ty said, "I'm gonna do it for the one time."
Right, one time for the one time.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of Yasuke. Definitely go and check it out on April the 29th, this Friday. All right, guys, we are out.
Peace.
Y'all have a blessed one. I don't know if I can actually keep this out here on YouTube.
You got 4 seconds. You got 4 seconds. After that, you gotta let it roll.
And on that note, what's the beat drop? All right, now we're done.